So good evening everyone. So tonight we're going to tackle about organization structure and design. So basic elements of organization. First we have job specialization. It's the performing of a certain task which makes a person limited in performing other activities was the idea of economist Adam Smith. Specialized jobs are simple, low variety, involves learning steps easily and include high repetition. So, job specialization means giving each worker a specific task to do. So it helps them become skilled and faster at their job, but they only focused on one part of the work. And then next is departmentalization. Is one of the steps in creating an organizational structure. It refers to the process of grouping activities by placing experts together into one department in an organization. So departmentalization means grouping people with the same skills into departments like finance, sales, or production. So makatabang ni siya sa company para ma-better o mas ma-organize ang ilang company. And then the third is functional departmentalization. Is one of the simplest types of organization structure. It can be used in all types of organization. This method divides employees according to the major work function in the organization. So functional departmentalization is when workers are divided based on their job functions, like marketing or engineering. And then the next one is the disadvantage of functional grouping. So is that people with the same skills and knowledge may focus more on their own goals. So the disadvantage of functional grouping is people may only care about their own department's goals and forget the company's overall goals, and which can cause conflict between the company or department, which can conflict between departments. So next is the exhibit 11.1 functions departmentalization. So number one, we have factory manager. So factory manager is the main leader who manages the whole factory and makes sure all departments work together. So number one is we have manager of human resource, which means manager of human resource is the one who takes care of the workers, hiring, training, and employee needs. And then the next one is manager of production. They make sure products are made correctly and on time. And then manager of finance is the one who handles the money, budget, expenses of the factory. And then the manager sales is focusing on selling the products and bringing in customers. So next is we have manager of engineering. They looks after machines, tools, and technical improvements. And then last is the manager of logistics, who manage the delivery, storage, and movement of materials and products. And then product departmentalization is one of the most difficult types of organizational design. It is based on grouping functions by products or services. So product departmentalization means the company is divided based on the type of products or services they make. So each group focuses on one product line like computers, TVs, or phones. And then the primary advantage of this type of structure is that the manager and workers are in the group can narrow their focus at the particular needs of their product line and become experts in its development, production, and distribution. So the primary advantage of this type of structure is that managers and workers can only focus on their products. They become experts and can make faster decisions for their product. The next is the primary disadvantage of product departmentalization. So is duplication of resources because so many managers deal with similar issues which negatively affects this company's performance. Each product group requires most of the functional areas such as human resources, financial marketing, logistics, and production to complete their tasks. So the primary disadvantage, it means there are too many managers doing similar jobs which can waste money and resources. And then a second disadvantage is poor exchange of information and coordination across the different product lines, and consequently a lack of employee functional specialization which might reduce innovation within product lines. So a second disadvantage means sometimes there is poor communication between product groups, and this can stop new ideas or teamwork. So this chart, exhibit 11.2, product departmentalization. We have manufacturing manager, means the main leader who manages the whole factory and checks all product divisions. Number one is we have first we have manager of television division. So it means it handles everything about making and selling televisions. And then manager of computer division, who takes care of handles everything about making and selling televisions. And then manager of computer division, who takes care of the production and sales of computers. And then the third is we have manager of stereo division, who manage the making and marketing of stereo products. And then next is we have customers departmentalization, groups together the jobs and activities according to the type of customer served by the organization. It is useful in service organizations, social agencies, and consumer products industries. So customers departmentalization means these groups works based on the type of customers they serve. It helps the company meet the needs of different kinds of customers. And the next is we have the main advantage of customers departmentalization is that it focuses the organization on customers' requirements compared to products or business functions. Furthermore, having different departments serve specific kinds of customers allows the workforce to become proficient in meeting the needs and solving the problems of different customers groups. So the main advantage of customers departmentalization is that the company can focus better on customers' needs and solve their problems more easily. So workers become skilled in helping specific customer groups. And then next is we have the main disadvantage of customers departmentalization is that can lead to duplication of effort and resources which negatively affect the performance of the organization. So means it can cause repeated work and waste of resources. Communication between departments may also be poor, which can cost the company more money. Okay, so next is we have the exhibit 1113, customers departmentalization. Is we have this vice president, the main leader who manage all the customers departments and make sure each type of customers is served well. So first we have manager of retail customer. It means it handles customers who buy products in small amounts for personal use, like in stores. And then next is we have manager of wholesale customer. It means who manage customers who buy products in large quantities to sell again or use for business. Then the third, we have manager of government customers. So it means it's the one who takes care of sales and services for government office or public projects. And then next is we have geographic or location. Geographic departmentalization is the business approach of dividing an organization by location or regions of the country or world. Most multinational companies use this approach. So, geographic or location departmentalization means this divides the company based on location, like different cities or countries. And then next is the primary advantage of geographic departmentalization is that it helps companies respond to the demands of different markets and enhances the customer's experience in that area. It means primary advantage means it helps the company meet local customer needs and adapt to each area's market. Then next is we have the primary disadvantage of geographic departmentalization is the duplicate resource in terms of next is we have the primary disadvantage of geographic departmentalization. So in short, it means it can be costly because each location needs its own staff and materials. Communication between places can also be harder. And then next is Exhibit 11.4, Geographic Departmentalization. First, we have Senior Manager. It means this chart it shows how a company is divided by location. The senior managers manage different regional managers like Eastern, Northern, Central, Southern, Sabah, and Sarawak regions. Each manager handles work in their own area. And then next we have authorities, the right to give directives, take action, and make decisions in order to achieve the goals of an organization. Delegation, centralization, and decentralization are dimensions of organizational authority. So it means authority means the power or right to give orders, make decisions, and take action to reach the company's goals. And then delegation of authority is the assignment of direct authority and responsibility to a subordinate to complete jobs. If something goes wrong, the manager still remains responsible. Delegation is used when subordinates are able to analyze the situation and determine what needs to be done and how to do it. So, in short, delegation means giving part of your authority and responsibility to another person to do certain tasks. This manager still stays responsible for the result. And then, when a manager delegates work, 3 steps are involved, namely responsibility, authority, and accountability. First, number 1, the first step is that managers transfer full responsibility for the assignment to the subordinates. The subordinates has the responsibility for completing the task. So, it means responsibility. So, the number 1 means responsibility. The worker is given the job to finish. And then number 2, the second step involves the manager giving the subordinates full authority over the resources and people needed to do the jobs. In other words, it is a shift of decision-making authority from one organizational level to a lower over. So it means the worker is given the power to use resources and make decisions. Then number 3, the third step is necessary once the authority and responsibility are given to subordinates. The criteria and performance standard by which the outcome will be judged needs to be highlighted to the subordinates. So it means the worker must report and answer for the result of their job. For the result of the job. And then the advantages of delegation is it helps people learn new skills, gain knowledge, be creative, and stay motivated in their work. And then next we have decentralized. Centralized and decentralized are phenomena related to decision-making authority. There is a saying that when the role of subordinates increases, it called decentralization, and when the role decreases, it is called centralization. So centralized and decentralized, these are about who makes decision in a business. If only the top leaders make decision, it is centralized, and if lower workers can also make the decision, it is decentralized. So centralized refers to the degree of decision-making authority that is allocated to the lower levels in an organization. Small business normally uses a flat structure since the owner is centralized for the company's business operation. So it means that only the top management has the power to make decisions. And then it is common in small business where the owner controls everything. And then decentralized allows the lower levels in the organization, so it means that lower level managers or workers can also make decisions. It is used in big companies so decisions can be made faster and closer to problems. And then next we have modern organization are becoming more and more complex and faced with dynamic changes in the environment. Many managers believe that decisions should be made by those who are close to the problems. So modern organization, it means today's business faces many changes and new problems. Managers believe that decisions should be made by people who are closer to the situation. And then advantages of decentralization and centralization. Decentralization allows the lower level in the organization to make decisions which will help the employees with creativity, resourcefulness, and personal enhancement, especially in the area of solving problems. So it means advantage of decentralization. It helps employees think creatively and solve problems, and so build skills and confidence of workers and make decision making faster and make employees happier. And then next is the advantages of centralization. It helps to develop employee skills and capabilities throughout the organization and provides opportunities to decide and act independently in handling various types of business situations. So, advantages of decentralization and centralization. So, in short, the disadvantage of decentralization is that hard to coordinate because many people have different ideas. It can be difficult to agree on one decision. And also, the disadvantages of centralization. Let's move on to disadvantage. So, disadvantage of decentralization and centralization. Coordination to some extent is difficult to minimum with decentralization. There are many department divisions and authority is delegated to the maximum possible extent. So in the next is we have decentralization. The organization can have multiple individuals who have different ideas and opinions regarding a particular business decisions. And then centralization, the organizations can suffer from the inverse effects of few layers. So disadvantages of decentralization: hard to coordinate because many people have different ideas and it can be difficult to agree on one decision. And then the disadvantage of centralization is that slow decision making because only top leaders decide and can cause delays and less flexibility in the company. And then reporting relationships. Organizing the established reporting relationships among positions is the third building block. So, reporting relationship, this shows who reports to whom in the organization. It helps make the role and responsibilities and clear so everyone knows their their positions. And then chain of command. Chain of command is the vertical line of authority that clarifies who reports to whom throughout the organization. So, in short, it is the line of authority that shows who gives order and who follows. And it also helps people understand their boss and their duties. And then span of control or management. Span of control management refers to the number of subordinates when managers can control effectively. According to the management researchers, there is no specific number of subordinates, but smaller span of control of 6 subordinates is best. So in short, the span of control or management, it means the number of workers a manager can handle or supervise. A smaller span, around 6 workers, is best for better control and communication. And then this span is becoming more and more dependent on factors beyond the control of the organization. These factors can influence span of control are: number 1, we have location of business branches, competence of workers, competence of managers, value added of the managers, similarity of jobs, level of other jobs, and available of technology. So tall versus flat organization. The way an organization structure is developed on what will benefit, there are 2 types of organizational structure. Number 1, we have tall or vertical structure as shown in Exhibit 11.5. Big and complex organizations often require a tall structure with one long chain of command. Then letter B, flat or horizontal structure. As shown in Exhibit 11.6, most small business have a flat structure. So tall organization means a tall structure has many layers of managers and a long chain of command. It is used by big companies and is more formal and complex, while the flat organization means a flat structure has fewer layers of managers. It is common in small business and allows faster decisions and more freedom for workers. And the next, so this is the Exhibit 11.5, tall organization. This explains the 2 ways a company can be structured, tall or flat, depending on how many. So tall versus flat organization means that explains the 2 ways a company can be structured, tall or flat, depending on how many levels of management it has. And then the Exhibit 11.5, tall organization. So a tall organization has many levels of managers. It is used by big companies where there are many layers of authority. Decisions takes longer because they might go through many levels. So these are examples are chief executive officer to senior vice presidents into managers and planners. The next is the Exhibit 11.6, flat organization. A flat organization has fewer management levels. It is common in small business where workers can talk directly to the owner. It allows faster decisions and gives more freedom to employees. So the example is owner of business into sales, office, service, and then store staff. And then let's move to the advantages of tall or flat structure. So tall structures may be more organized and allow more managerial control. Managers can keep in touch with their areas and people more closely because of the narrower area of supervision of employees. Tall structures provide clear lines of responsibility, reporting system, and control. Then flat organizations offer between better communication, creativity, and more opportunities for employees to excel because of potential provided. So, in short, the advantages of tall structure is that more organized and gives better control to managers, and clear lines of responsibility and reporting help avoid confusion. While the advantages of flat structure is that better communication and teamwork, and more flexible and quick to change, and employees can make decisions faster and give better service. And then the disadvantages of tall and flat structures. So the disadvantage of tall structures is the communication can take more time to reach the top level of authority. These communication problems can slow down decision making and delay progress, and also lead to some unsatisfied employees. So in short, communication is slow because messages must pass through many levels, and decisions takes longer and can cause delays or unhappy employees. And then the disadvantage of flat structure is that managers have too many workers to handle. This can cause confusion and make the job harder to manage. And then coordination is the managerial functions in which the activities of various departments in the organizations are properly integrated and adjusted to achieve common goals. The coordinating activities between departments and work groups are interdependence, whereby the greater the interdependence, the greater the need for coordinations. So, coordination means working together so all departments can reach the same goals. It helps make sure everyone's work fits well with others. And then we have the three forms of coordination. First is pooled interdependence, whereby the department interacts very little and their output is pooled at the organizational level. So it means departments work mostly alone but share results at the end. Then second, sequential interdependence, where the output of the one department becomes sequential interdependence means one department's works depends on another's output. Then the third, reciprocal interdependence. So in short, it means departments depend on each other and share work back and forth.
Technique is one of the techniques in the coordination and can be achieved in the following manner. First, managing the chain of company or hierarchy is the traditional method of coordination and organizations. It can be established authority and ensure that communication and decision making flow smoothly from top management to subordinates. Coordination between departments is achieved by assigning a manager to oversee interdependent areas. This manager has the authority to issue orders, allocate resources, and solve conflict between teams. So, ang managing the chain of command of hierarchy is mura ni siya og kanang, for example, na ay conflict sa school kanang about students. So, ang students murag nagsige lang siya og cutting or unsa nga gipangkuan niya sa school gipangbuhat. Then pagkahuman ang nabantayan to ni teacher, so ang teacher i-tell niya sa parents and ang i-tell pud niya sa department head. Sunod, pagkaman if dili na nila ma-solve is ang katong department head tell to niya sa kanang vice principal, then sunod principal, then next the superintendent. Next, ang liaison rules. This means following the line of authority in an organization. The manager gives order and makes sure departments work together. They solve problem and help team meet goals by guiding and coordinating their work. Task force. A task force is a temporary team formed to solve a specific problem or project. It includes members from different departments who work together until the task is done. After finishing, the team is usually disbanded. So, from the word temporary team, so it means, for example, ginabuhat ra mo og team as kanang example kanang gikuan mo siya maestra nga magbuhat mo ani nga project. So namoy memories together na during atong pagbuhat sa project. But ang kuan is from the word temporarily, so naay uban ana panang after mahuman ang project is wala balik to classmates na inon ana magkuan na or uban po makabuild na sila og mga friendship inon ana. So next is integrating departments. This means combining departments or making them work closely together. It helps share ideas, improve coordination, and reach company goals more effectively. So, ang integrating departments is, ang each nga department, for example, sa atua sa school, lahi ang department sa business ads, sa engineering, sa cream, inon ana. So, each department head ato mag-usa na sila. So, na sila project na buhaton na unsaon pag inon ani inon ato sa isa ka project nila. So, magkuan na sila og kanang to improve it helps share ideas, improve coordination, and reach company goals more effectively. So, pag mag-sharing na sila ideas each other, so na-adjure na ilang result is positive. Next, electronic coordination. Electronic coordination uses technology like emails, messaging apps, and online system to share information and connect departments. It makes communication faster, helps manage tasks easily, and improve teamwork even when people are in different place. So for example, ang isa nyo kakauba ang sa karon na mga era charis kay kuan na jud hilig na jud ang mga kuan using technologies like mga video calls anana sa mga meeting, Google Meet sa ginabuhat na mo karon sa among maestra nga kuan mag Google Meet mi nun ana dito ra magklase dili na sa school sa kuan na lang ana online. Bureaucratic model of organization design. The word bureaucracy comes from the French word bureau, which means office, and cracy means rule. So bureaucracy means rule by office. According to Weber, bureaucracy is a system that helps large organizations run efficiently and reach their goals in an organized way. It is not meant to protect individuals, but to make work more systematic. According to Weber, the bureaucratic model helps organizations work in an orderly and efficiently way. Its main goal is to achieve the organization's objectives through a clear system of authority, not to protect individual interests. There are 7 elements that characterize bureaucratic. First, recruiting of people of an organization to carry out job well is based on competencies such as technical training or educational qualifications, and not recruiting the people because of family and politician connections. For example, na human na ka og study. Pag human na mag-study is mag-find naman ka og work. Then, for example, nay company diri nga nangita og work kanang nangita siya og work. So, if magkuan ka, sundon jud to nimo nga wala kay gamit na backer para lang makasulod ani nga trabaho. Next is career promotion. Within the organization, selection and promotions are based on ability and demonstrating performance. The manager in charge should decide which employees are entitled to promotion. So, if nakasulod na ka ani nga trabaho din, responsible ka din naakatanan sa gikuan. So, nay possible na if makita imong hard work sa manager, nay possible na ikuan ka sa promotion. Like, ma-promote ka sa higher na kuan. Na. Structure of organization is a continuous hierarchy where each level is subject to control by the level above it. Increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the division of labor in terms of tasks, responsibilities, and authority by giving clearly defined assignment so as to avoid misunderstanding and conflict. Next, involves the formal rules and procedures such as expected behavior and decision-making in jobs being applied fairly and uniformly to employees regardless of position. So, sa pagnanaka sa work, na-adjoy ko na nang sila mission of vision, then napoy ko na kanang dapat mo lahi imong personal sa work, lahi pud imong personal sa gawas, kay nay possible na ang kuan na is malahi ma-misunderstood yun nila og makakuan pa mo og away ano. Next, rules and procedures and written guidelines should be recorded in writing and keep of historical record. For example, namoy gipalit or unsa. So, ang resibo ato kailangan jud tihipuson kay pangitaon to so on so far. So, next, organization should be managed and supervised by the professional manager instead of the owner of the organizations. Next, advantages of bureaucracy. Promotes order and consistency in work, increase efficiency and productivity, makes responsibilities and authority clear, helps large organization manage complex operations. Next, ang disadvantage sa bureaucracy. Can limit creativity and slow decision making because of too many rules. Changes are harder to make due to strict procedures. Employees may feel bored or unmotivated because of repetitive work. Communication can be delayed because information must pass through many levels. Next, situational influences on organization design. There are various situation factors that can affect the optimal design of an organization. For the following 4 factors are the most common, which may help determine how an organization should be designed. So, ang four factors sa situational influence on organization is the core technology, environment, organization size, life cycle. So this is the 4 structural influence on organization design. So first magtakol ta sa core technology. Core technology refers to the tools, machine, and system that helps organization work efficiently and reach their goals. So naay tulo ka main types of core technology. First, small batch or unit technology. Okay pa. So, ang small batch or unit technology, products are made in small quantities or by order like tailor shop or art studios. It need flexible and organic structure. So, small batch technology are tailor shop or artwork and photography studios. So, kini sila nga mga work is like, need yun nimo og anang skills. Bali gamay lang na siya pero need ni mo skills inon ana daghan kay kag mabuhat nindot po ni siya like marang kuan pag gamay lang basta small batch. Next, large batch or mass production technology. Goods are made in large volumes using machines like cars or electronics. It needs formal or mechanistic structure. So kini is naganid na ni siya high na ni naganid din ni siya og mga machines or unsa na mga high-tech na mga technology karon. Next is continuous process technology. Uses automated system to produce goods continuously like all refineries or food processors. It usually need flexible structures and more management level. So ang continuous process is mo na ni siya ang kanang continue na ang iyang pagkuan sa technology. For example, chemical plants, petroleum refineries, and food processor. So, sa second nata sa situational influence organization design. So, first, agani ang technology. So, naitulo ka ko ng technology, small batch, large batch, and continuous process. So, next, ang environment. Ang environment, the type of design an organization is likely to adapt is influenced by the environment where the organization is operating. The external environment factors that influence the organization are social, cultural, and economic, technological, and legal, political, and natural environment. So, ang environment is kung asa ta karon. So, there is a relationship between environment and design of two kinds of organizational design. So, na two kinds of organizational design. So, first is the mechanistic design is a rigid and formal organization structure best suited for stable environments. It features highly centralization, clear job rules, strict rules, and limited employee autonomy. Communication follows a clear hierarchy, ensuring efficiency and control. This structure works well for organizations producing standardized products like paper, soap, cleaning products, and fast food chains where customers' need rarely change. So, ang sa mechanistic design is kanang rigid and formal organizational structure. So, kani siya is kanang kuan na ni siya kanang kanang mga ginakuan na to karon like magamit ang machine for example sa Jollibee. So, nagamit man dyan na silag machine or kaning example niyang paper, ang paper di wala jud ta kakuan og paper nga ginakamot lang nila, so machine na ang ginagamit ani for the word mechanistic design. Next is organic design. It's a flexible and adapted structure best suited for fast changing and uncertain environment. It features decentralized authority, few rules, wider span of control, and informal communication. This design allows organizations to respond quickly to change and meet customers' needs effectively, helping them stay competitive. So, ang kalahian sa organic design and sa mechanistic design is ang mechanistic kay di ba from centralization and kanang strict ilang rules. Ang organic design is lahi. Kuan siya, decentralization and gamay ra ilang rules. So, nindot siya. Mas pili na po ang ambot lang nila. So, next is the organizational side. Ang organizational side is part na siya sa 4 factors of organizations should be designed. So, organization size is determined by the number of full-time employees, and research shows that it greatly influences an organization's structure. Studies indicate that as a size increases, especially with 2,000 or more employees, the structure becomes more formal and complex. So the organization size affects the design as follows. So first, large organization, which usually have 2,000 or more full-time employees, operate with a formal and structured system. They emphasize specialization of tasks, clear rules and regulation, and well-defined procedures to maintain order and efficiency. Communication typically flows vertical from superiors to subordinates, create a detailed hierarchy that supports control and coordination. This mechanistic rule allows large organizations to achieve greater efficiency and economies of scale of their operation. Next is the small organizations. Small organizations have fewer employees and use a flexible, less formal structure. Employees often handle multiple tasks, and communication is direct and open, allowing quick decision making and easy adaptation of customers' needs. This organic structure helps small organizations stay responsive and innovative. So, ang kalahian sa organization and small organization is murag parehas lang ni sila sa mechanistic design and sa organic design. So, parehas rin. Pero ang kalahian lang is ang large organization kay murag more than 2,000 full-time employees, pero ang sa mechanistic design is murag the same jud ni silang duha. So next is ang last sa 4 factors sa situational influence on organization is ang life cycle. A life cycle of an organization, industry, and product can be an essential factor of organizational design. Organizations will progress in their business or activities through stages known as the life cycle. Most organizations will pass through four stages of the life cycle, namely birth, youth, midlife, and maturity, as shown in Exhibit 11.7 Organizational Life Cycle. So, muna yung product life cycle. So, sales, introduction, growth. So, ang introduction, ano siya, namely sa birth, then youth, then maturity, then decline. So, next is every stage has characteristic to impact the structures of the organization as shown in Exhibit 11.8. So, sa birth stage ta magsugod. At this stage, the organization is newly established and just starting to operate. There is no formal structure yet, and the owner handles most of the tasks and decision making. The main focus of survival, the building a foundation for growth. So, bali, if sa company pa ni siya, ang birth stage is murag bag-o pa ka nagtukod sa imong business. Ano ana nga simple nga pagka-word, bago pa ka nagtukod sa imong business. Kay pag kuan nga, no formal structure yet and the owners handled most of the tasks. So, kinis ang decision making sa mura na siya, bago pa jud ka nag-build sa imong business. So, pag-grow pa ka. So, next is ang youth stage. The organization begins to expand and grow, shifting from individual control to share responsibilities. A basic structure starts to form with some delegations of authority and creation of formal practices. The focus is on grow and development. Ang sa birth stage is ang focus pa niya kay ang growth. Then ang sa youth stage, focus na siya sa growth of iyang pag-develop na niya. Bali, small business, then na siya, bali na high na siya, so na. Ang midlife stage, the organization achieves stability and success. Becoming larger and more complex, there is an increase of bureaucracy and formal system with clear authority and hierarchy. The organization becomes more structured and mechanistic, focusing on efficiency and control. So, kini is malig large na siya nga pagka-business nga na-achieve na successful na imong business. So, ang himong nanakay mga employees, nanay mga kuan, H department, nanatanan. So, ang imo na lang bali ikaw na CEO. So, next is the maturity stage. At this stage, the organization becomes very large and well-established but may lose innovation and flexibility. It focuses on maintaining stability rather than growth. To avoid decline, management must introduce change and remain adaptable despite having many rules, controls, and bureaucracy. Kani siya is, di ba, for example, makabantay ninyo if naka sa large na kayo na business kay dili na sila murag mag-create og mga bag-o nila nga products or unsa, pero feel na ko mag-create jud sila. Magkano siya basta large na kayo ni siya. So, size, bureaucratic, small, non-bureaucratic, pre-bureaucratic, bureaucratic, very bureaucratic. Next, basic organization forms. There are various basic structures forms adopted by organizations. No organizational form can be regarded as superior to another because different organizations operate in different situations. Using different forms, the basic form of organizational design are: first, the functional or U-form design. Groups employees based on similar skills or functions like marketing or finance. It promotes efficiency and specialization but may lead to poor communication and slow coordination between departments. So, the functional, ang functional or U-form design is, for example, the reviewer organization sells cosmetic products and group members and units in the organization according to the function such as finance, operation, product research, and development. So next, the conglomerate or H-forms design combines several unrelated businesses under one corporate group. allowing each unit to operate independently. It offers flexibility and effective resources allocation, but can cause coordination problems of lack of focus of division. Is kani from the word operate independently, so murag multitasking na siya. Example, ikaw lang isa din mag-multitask jud ka na kanang murag na flexible kay ka ba, pero ang problem lang ana is lack of focus sa among divisions. Like dili ka daghan na kay kang trabahoon, so na kay main jud nga trabahoon, pero kay independent man ka, so napakay lain-lain na pay uban jud na kuan, so murag na ay chance na dili ka maka-focus sa imong goals jud. Next is the divisional or M form design. Divides the organization into semi-autonomous divisions based on products or regions. It allows faster decisions and accountability, but can lead to duplication of resources and competition between divisions. Next, the matrix design. Blend functional and product structures where employees report to managers. It promotes teamwork and efficient resources, but may cause confusion, power struggles, and stress during dual authority. Next, the hybrid design. Ang hybrid design is conflict. As a combination of different organizational forms used to meet the complex need of a large or diverse organizations. It may combine functional, dimensional, or matrix structures to achieve balance and efficiency. The main advantage of this design is its flexibility. It is allow organization to adapt quickly to changes and balance specialization with coordination. It also encourage autonomy among managers and improve overall performance. However, the hybrid design can be complicated to manage. It is involved multiple reporting relationship that may lead to confusion, overlapping duties, and slower decision making. Ang hybrid is murag mix na niyang opat, mix na ni silang tanang lisod na kayo. Pero mora ng exhibit 11.9 hybrid design. So ang nagkuan jud nila ang chairman or chief executive officer. So gikan na siya ang chief executive officer is naghandle siya sa vice president sa general manager Infinity division. Next, manager of office corporations, then vice president sa general counsel, then vice president sa chief financial officer. So kana siya each na kwan na sila sorry. Next is the recent development and organization design. 3 recent development in organization design are team organization, virtual organization, and learning organization. The team organization is built around work teams that collaborate toward common goals. It improves faster decision making, better problem solving, and stronger employee involved through shared knowledge. However, it can create conflicts and confusion if teams' rules and loyalties are not clearly defined. So, ang team organization is kanang mag-collaborate na silang tanan, mag-share og ideas para win ang project. Next is virtual organization. The virtual organization operates through a network or independent companies or individuals connected by technology. It offers flexibility, quick response to market change, and cost efficiency. Its main disadvantage is the difficulty of monitoring performance and maintaining control over outsources work. So, ang virtual organization is kanang ginabuhat lang na siya by the use of virtual or technology karon. Next, learning organization. The learning organization focuses on continuous learning and adaptivity. Employees share knowledge and work together to improve innovation and performance. It helps organization remain flexible and competitive. Through it requires a strong culture of teamwork and leadership commitment to sustain learning and improvement. Ang learning organization is kanang continuous iyang learning and kanang need siya og adaptivity. That's all. Thank you.